when we're talking about the Clinton email scandal here and all of the related issues, start off by maybe answering the question, President Trump won the 2016 election. So some people might ask, why should we still care about this? Is that, go ahead and answer that question for us.
Well, fundamentally, it's a rule of law question. Are you going to have law breaking by senior government officials like Hillary Clinton and just allow them to get away with it because it's too difficult politically for the establishment class in Washington, D.C. to do anything about it? Or frankly, in the case of Hillary Clinton, where you had the Justice Department and the FBI corruptly hijacked in order to protect her. And the dilemma for the Trump administration, it frankly ought not to be a dilemma, but evidently the Justice Department and the FBI are afraid to undo the corruption of the prior administration, at least as it relates to the cover-up of the Hillary Clinton email scandal. A scandal that Judicial Watch uncovered.
Now, Judicial Watch uncovering it, give our viewers just the briefest rundown in how Judicial Watch uncovered it and sort of how that ties into our latest lawsuit related to emails found on Anthony Weiner's laptop.
Well, it's kind of a longer story than even Anthony Weiner's laptop's involvement, which came in after the fact. But we were investigating the Benghazi cover-up, and we noticed there were no Hillary Clinton emails way back when, in 2014. So we pushed harder. We filed another lawsuit against the State Department. We also had lawsuits for information about her conflicts of interest. Remember all that cash she was getting from abroad. So in response to those FOIA lawsuits, they basically had to fess up to Judicial Watch that there were these emails they never told us about. All the government business that Hillary Clinton conducted on this private server without telling the courts, the Congress, or the American people. And it was all designed to hide everything she was doing, at least as it relates to emails. And it was Judicial Watch's Freedom of Information Act lawsuits that uncovered it. So it resulted eventually in the emails being produced. In one of these cases related to Huma Abedin, who was her top aide, who was the only other State Department official, as best we can tell, who had an email account on Hillary Clinton's server. We had that case reopened because we were asking questions about her. They told us they searched everywhere, but they didn't tell us they hadn't searched Hillary Clinton's emails. So the case was reopened, which was historic. And the judge in that case authorized discovery, which meant that Abedin had to come in and testify, Cheryl Mills had to testify to Judicial Watch lawyers under oath, top State Department officials, and Hillary Clinton didn't testify in person, but she had to answer questions under oath, written questions. So Judicial Watch in many ways was doing more work, and honest work certainly, than we now know the FBI was doing at the time.
What if anything was revealed through the testimony that Judicial Watch sort of forced out through our various lawsuits and that sort of thing?
Well, I think the big takeaway from the testimony was, I recall Huma Abedin, and she said, it was Hillary Clinton's idea to set up the server. It wasn't anyone else's, it was her idea because she wanted to keep her business private. And that's not a lawful reason, and it's a corrupt reason to do what she did. And ironically, going forward, later that year in 2016, the FBI, as a result of an investigation into Abedin's then husband, Anthony Weiner, uncovered the Clinton server emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop, which was incredible. Now, they tried to cover that up. Comey was forced to tell Congress about it, and that kind of blew things up again just shortly before the election, and then Comey squelched the investigation again for Hillary Clinton a few days before Election Day. But Judicial Watch had gotten the emails, at least some of the emails, off of that system, the Clinton server emails off the Anthony Weiner laptop, and it turns out there was at least 18 classified documents on that system. And now we know recently that, based on reporting by Paul Sperry and Real Clear Investigations, and what Judicial Watch has been able to uncover, that they didn't look at all the government emails on that laptop. And so we've sued again to try to get all the government emails from the Weiner laptop. And again, it's Judicial Watch doing this. It's not the Justice Department, it's not the FBI, it's not Congress, it's Judicial Watch in court, oftentimes fighting the Trump agencies for access to this information.
So we have this new lawsuit trying to get access to all of, the new lawsuit related to Anthony Weiner's laptop. We've had lawsuits in the past related to the emails on Clinton emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop. So what is new or different about our latest lawsuit?
Well, we suspect there were more emails that the FBI found than that they turned over to the State Department. So essentially the State Department gave us what the FBI gave to them. We don't think the FBI did a full search and looked at all the emails in order to turn them over to State. So we sued the FBI directly, give us everything you found on the Weiner laptop.
So previously we had been basically getting whatever the State Department had been given from the FBI, but now we're telling the FBI directly we want everything.
That's right, and Paul Sperry reported that Peter Strzok, the corrupt FBI official who was handling both the Clinton email investigation and the Russia investigation, only pulled a select number of emails from the Anthony Weiner system, or the Clinton emails found on the Anthony Weiner laptop. So it looks like there may be other documents that need to be reviewed by the FBI in response to our FOIA lawsuit, which we don't sue just because we like to sue. We sue because we're not getting answers as required under law. So this is law breaking by the FBI in terms of transparency and secrecy matters, and we're having to sue our federal law enforcement agencies to get them to obey the law.